A moist mocha-flavored chocolate pound cake finished with a chocolate glaze. Who wants cake? This chocolate mocha pound cake is it. Having a delicious chocolate cake ready is always a good idea, especially if you have friends or family visiting for the weekend. But truth be told, having chocolate cake on hand is a brilliant idea anytime. Let me show you how to make this one. Let's start by preheating the oven to 325 degrees. We're going to lightly grease a 9x5 loaf pan. Line the bottom and short sides with parchment paper. Next, let's do a dry mix for the pound cake into a medium bowl. 1 cup of unbleached all-purpose flour, 2/3 of a cup of premium cocoa powder, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 2 teaspoons of espresso powder, and 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt. Stir to combine, then pass the dry mix through a fine sieve. You can set it aside for a moment. Now place a big bowl on your work surface, grab your hand mixer. We're going to start by adding 2 sticks of butter, that's 1 cup. The butter is soft at room temperature. We're going to beat it until light and fluffy. Then we're going to add 1 cup of granulated sugar. You're going to beat until light and fluffy on medium speed. Continuing with the mixer running on medium, we're going to add 4 eggs. They're all at room temperature. Don't forget, a good idea is to crack the eggs into a small bowl on the side, check for shells, and then add the eggs into the larger bowl. Add the eggs one at a time. Feel free to scrape down the sides of the bowl at any time to fully incorporate the ingredients. Incorporate well after the addition of each. Then when the batter is light and fluffy, we're going to add 1/3 of a cup of sour cream plus 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Final step is to add the dry mix. You're going to turn the speed of the mixer down to low, then add the dry mix little by little until just combined. Scrape down the sides of the bowl. Pour the pound cake batter into the prepared loaf pan. Smooth out the top. Then we're going to transfer to the oven and bake for 1 hour. We're checking doneness with a toothpick, a cake tester, or brochette. Now cool the cake in the pan for 15 minutes before removing it to a wire rack to cool completely. Once it's cool, the big finish, let's make a chocolate glaze. We're going to pour 1/2 cup of dark chocolate chips into a medium-sized stainless bowl. Next to stovetop, 1/2 cup of 35% cream, that's whipping cream, into a small saucepan, heat to a simmer. Back to the workstation, pour the hot cream over the chocolate chips, let it sit for 5 minutes. Then add 1 teaspoon of butter and 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Whisk until smooth. Cool for about 1/2 hour before drizzling it over the cooled pound cake. How beautiful is this? Ready to try it? A sharp knife, we're going to cut the pound cake into 1/2-inch slices. Now it's time for you to make it. Full recipe is up at weekendatthecottage.com. When you're visiting our website, please subscribe to it. Look for this video on our dedicated YouTube channel. You can subscribe to it as well. And then when a pound cake is this perfect, take a picture of it using hashtag weekendatthecottage. Post those pics on your favorite socials like Pinterest, Instagram, and Facebook. Everyone loves this chocolate mocha pound cake. 1 bite and you'll know. Wow, so good.